Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here in Erlengrat. The contract on Field 8 has finished, which means that the actual job on Field 8 will be finished very, very shortly. We're just going to go up to the roundabout here and we will turn left, and then no, not left at the roundabout actually, we want to go on a bit past that. Straight across the roundabout, then turn left into the farm track, follow that one along to the second field on the right. It's the instructions that my man here has been given, so that's the instructions that we will follow. Straight across the roundabout, then turn left onto, there's the first left after that to a farm track. First left onto a farm track, there we go. I've had instructions like that before and I've followed them to the letter. First left onto a farm track, and I've gone onto it and it's the wrong farm track. And then you go back to your boss and you say, well, I went onto the first farm track. Well, obviously I didn't mean that one. So why didn't you say the second one? And I'll tell you what. If you work for someone that absolutely refuses at any point to accept any responsibility for things that he himself has done, it's frustrating to say the least. Mostly it just makes you want to hurt them a lot. Now, you shouldn't spend your time thinking about laying your boss out cold on the floor, but I have done that more than once. Definitely considered the prospect of just, you know, a quick left jab to the jaw when he's not suspecting it. Would it be worth the resulting hassle of having to find a new job? And very often I've thought probably, but I won't risk it in case it's difficult to find another job. Like, it is so frustrating when you've got a boss that you do what you're told, you do what they've asked you to do, and then they turn round and, you know, things are wrong, and they turn around and they try to weasel out of it by blaming you for not doing it correctly, or not understanding the instructions correctly, or anything along those lines. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's genuinely ridiculous, and I despise working for people like that. And I don't usually end up staying working for them for very long. Like, it'll only be as soon as I realise I'm working for someone like that, I will start. I used to start looking for another job. I did go through a few jobs at times. Some people I worked for years because they're really good bosses, and I really enjoyed the work, and so I would stay there and I would work for them, sort of in between other jobs. Sometimes there's a couple of people that I've worked for in between doing other work, and if I'm struggling to find work, I'll ring them up and I'll say, look, I'm out of work at the moment. Can I work for you for a couple of weeks while I'm searching for another job? Yeah, certainly. You come on down and we'll sort you out for a few weeks. The kind of people that you want to work for, but they don't have enough work to keep you employed all the time. And they're also the kind of people that are fair, and so they will tell you up front, I cannot employ you full time. I don't have the work available for it. I could employ you for 2 days a week. Usually I've not been in a position where I could do that, but I've definitely gone along to people who I know are good bosses and I've said, look, I'm out of work at the moment. Do you have a month of work to keep me occupied? And they will say up front, well, I could probably give you 6 weeks if you wanted 6 weeks work. Or, no, I don't have that long, but I do have 2 weeks work that you could do. After that, there isn't going to be enough here, and obviously you can't expect someone to pay you to just sit around and twiddle the thumbs. So this is generally small farmers that I've worked for. One-man band operation who've got little jobs that come up every now and then that could require a bit of assistance. And so that's the kind of thing that I have done in the past. And I tell you what, the difference between a boss who will just hold their hands up and say, yeah, okay, that was my fault, I got that wrong. And a boss who will say, no, that wasn't my fault, you didn't understand me correctly, it's all your fault. It's like, it's the difference between night and day. It really is. And I will not stay working for a boss who is just going to take advantage. I absolutely don't. And not only that, I'm never inclined to really give it my all if I'm working for a boss like that. Why are you still going? Seriously, why are you still going? Have you... Just a minute. They've put a line of fertilizer down there. I don't know why they're still running up and down here spreading fertilizer everywhere. This is just ridiculous. I sometimes question whether or not my employees have... Well, you know, firing on all cylinders. That's what you want to know. Sometimes you sort of look at these people and you do genuinely wonder if they're still firing on all cylinders. And maybe they're not. Maybe they're not. Maybe there are some serious issues here. And, you know, that they had a rough childhood. They've had a traumatic experience, like the fertilizer moved too quickly or something like that. I don't know. But you do question these things sometimes. Now, I am just going to pop into here, and I'm going to cash in these jobs whilst I'm driving along the road, because that's a safe thing to do. We've got 3 grand right there, and then we've got that one, which is 4,600, and we've got that one, which is another 4,500, which is fantastic. 2 weeding jobs that are currently going. We are now at 13,600 euros. I'm going to swing by the what I call the dealership, and I'm going to buy 3 bags of fertilizer. We can fit 3 in at the moment, so that's going to be 6,000 in expenses. I'm fine with that. Does kind of look like things are dropping down, but then we've got a full fertilizer spinner, which means that the next 3 or 4 jobs that we get for doing fertilizer, we've already got the expenses paid for up front. So all we got to do is drive along, throw a bit of the white stuff out onto the field, and collect the cash. Which I think is a pretty good thing to be able to do. Oh, I was going to say, what's going on there? The tractor is turning around, and the plough is... He's still busy ploughing. He's still doing a good job there. He's still doing an absolutely fantastic job. We got no complaints there. You on around this way. And we'll run down through here, go and get this. We can check on our other jobs and see how they're getting on in a minute. The weeding jobs, I think, are nearly finished now. Well, one of them is, at least. The one on field 13 is going to take a little bit to go yet. And I will bring you back in here. We'll go in there, and big bags of fertilizer. So I want solid fertilizer right there. I'm going to buy there's one bag, a second bag, and the third bag right there. Right. 3 lots of that. Yes, it is expensive. Yes, it is eating into that profit that we've only just gone and earned. But it's an expense that we do actually need to lay out. So it's definitely not something that I regret. Let's move on forward a little bit. Run it forward on those casters. Good strong caster wheels, those are. There's another one done. And then we'll go over here and we'll get this last one just there. And finito. Let's pick that one up. It's quite heavy, having 3 lots of fertilizer in there. New contracts, we got anything else? We got 1 more weeding job here on field 19. So before I go and take this electric tractor back, I will get this one going. Borrow items for the field 19 one. There we go. And we just turn that off and turn off the tractor as well. Let me through. There. Start that one up. The front weight is over there. Alright, I'm going to have to go to the electric tractor and move it out of the way. Move you up here out of the way a bit. There we go. Right. Stop you there and go and get this one over here. We'll drop that little tiny front. You don't actually need to have the front weight on. It doesn't make any difference. Sometimes some of the machinery you do have to have it in order to make the job pay, but not these. These, you don't need them at all. Just going to put you back. Reverse up there. Right, hook that one on. And then I will just do 1 pass along the bottom end of the field here. So unfold it like this. And I'll do a single pass along the bottom end of the field here, just to give us a bit of room for turning round. Guessing that field over there is going to come up with a job for doing weeding fairly soon. Another one that we need to go and do. So I'll just run along there. Why are we getting a bit of lag? Someone's turning... Oh, it's quite possibly the combine is trying to turn the corner up there. And it's getting tighter turns. If it's using the AI extension, it does struggle with it a little bit more. Contract on field 9 has finished. So I'll bring you all the way in like this. There. I'm just going to lift that one up, because it's probably not a good idea to reverse the rake. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if it would damage it or not. I mean, looking at it, it's pushing it. It would be sort of more pushing it into the ground than it would be doing anything else. So I'm guessing it wouldn't do it a lot of good if you were to reverse with one of these. I'll just send you off up through there. It's one of life's big questions that we're not going to worry about answering just yet. Help F has completed their task. Right. We don't need to worry about you. The plough, we've nearly reached that side of the field over there on this long stretch right here. He's doing a good job on his field. This is looking actually quite cool. I'm quite pleased with this. And we've got you right here. This is the one that I was wondering about. So I thought this was the one that was causing a few little issues. But we definitely are going to easily fit this into the trailer. We've only unloaded this one once, and now we've got 6,850 litres. There really isn't very much here. So I'll run you over there. It's almost definitely not going to be worth the bother driving over to the other, to the grain mill to go and empty this bit out. Let's go and have a look through these other ones. So that one has finished its work. Then we've got this one here who has nearly finished his work. I'm actually going to just follow it to the end of the row right here. And then I'm going to take the tractor and I'm going to go over to that side of the field and start it working again so that it goes back towards the middle so that we don't have it kind of like hanging over the edge and leaving a bit. It's better to do that. That one right there. And then we just go whizzing over this side and let this one finish. Now, I could actually complete the job right now without worrying about it, because we know that we've got these two tractors working in the correct fields. But I'm not going to. I'm going to let the weeding jobs all finish. So you go to there. And start working on that side. Okay, and you in here. Could have started that one over to the other side. Never mind, we'll leave that one go where he is. And then we want to go back to... Oh, it was... Yeah, I know where we want to go. We want to go to this one here, actually. And we want to take a look in... So we got that weeding job was completed. We got harvest right there. It's on 84%. We're going to go to the supermarket. And we are looking at the supermarket 609, and it's still dropping. Now, we've only got 13,000 litres in this trailer, but there's a €400 difference. So if we get 2,000 litres or more left in this trailer once we've tipped everything out, it will be worth the time that it will take to drive from the supermarket over to the grain mill. Like, anything less than 2,000 litres is probably not really worth it, but €800 or more to just drive across, I reckon that is kind of worth the effort. That's worth us taking the time to go and do that. So we'll drive up this way, because it's not actually that far from the supermarket to the grain mill. It's not that far at all. We really don't have very far to go for it. So €800 for just €400 is probably not worth the bother. But for 800, I'd say it was worth it. I mean, if we can have like 3,000 litres left over, even better. That's getting to be a bigger chunk of change then, you know, an extra €1,200 on top of what we would otherwise get. And you got to remember that that's €1,200 It's not just 1,200 euros for what's left in the trailer. That's an extra 1,200 euros for what's left in the trailer, plus the other 1,800 euros that we're already going to get if we were to just sell it straight away at the supermarket. So, you know, the money is just rolling in, especially when we cash in the job. The next job that we need to go and do is the Field 16 bean harvest, and the advantage of that one is we're right next to the grain mill where we've actually got to go and take it. And the grain mill is the one that's paying the best anyway, so we will make the largest amount of money off of that particular job. So I'm just going to bring you in around here like this. And as usual, we go in here. We've got a no entry sign right there, but because we're making a delivery to the supermarket and this isn't a public road, we are allowed to. Very often on roads, especially if it's small roads, there's quite a few in my local town, they are one-way streets. So you'll have a no entry sign on the end of the street. But there's also streets that don't allow traffic to go through at all. It's just no entry. But they all have those ones. They all have no entry except for deliveries. We have a one-way street that says no entry because it's one way, but they do allow entry during certain times. Now, that says 62% transported. I'm not particularly interested in a percentage transported. I'm interested in we're 97%, so we're very, very nearly done. So we've got 5,400. I'm going to do this in increments. So we're going to just aim for 400 litres right there. And I just kind of want to do it a few hundred litres at a time until I see the money going up. There. Contract is finished. So it goes to about 75% transported. And I got 3,200 litres right here, which at 400 euros per litre extra on top of what I get for selling it already. It's about 2,000 extra. So, I mean, it's pretty much bang on 1,000 for 1,000 litres that we're being offered for this particular crop at the moment, which means that if we take it down here, we will get 3,200 euros for it, which is pretty good, I would say. I'm quite pleased with that, 3,200 euros. So we will go whizzing down here to the grain mill, and we will dump it out down there. And then, actually, you know what I want to do? I want to just very quickly go, not to you, I want to go to that one. Press H on there. And then I want to go over here. I want to start this one just working on this side of the field. So we have that bit root meets in the middle rather than going a little bit screwy on the edge of the field. Which it does sometimes, doesn't it? Drop you down to there. Okay, yep, you're doing fine. And this one has got... It might do one more pass on it just to do that little narrow strip. It may not. It may not even do that bit. Let's keep going with this. Get this one down there, and then that job is complete. I can then immediately go and take the next harvest job. I will also refresh our contracts, because I'm pretty certain we're going to get a weeding job for that field in there. Again, weeding jobs don't pay us any actual money. We break even on them. Maybe we get like 100 euros out of them. So, yeah, it's just on the face of it, it's not worth doing, but it definitely looks like from what we've seen so far that we do actually get a bit more money from our harvests when we weed the field, so there is actually a benefit to doing it. So we dump that lot in there. We got 3,241 euros for harvest income from that harvest job, and then we get another 2,300 in here, so we got well over 5 grand for doing that job. Collect that one. I got 2 weeding jobs as one of them active. I'm going to go to the harvest one here. Soybeans to the grain mill. We'll reduce that by 1,000, so we get 3,600 if we borrow the items, which is exactly what we're going to do. And we go this way. I'll leave you. Getting ever closer to that side of the field. I am impressed with this. I say this every time I pause just to take a quick look at what this tractor is doing, but I am. I am impressed. It looks really fantastic. It does look like it would be a slow and somewhat tedious job to actually go and do, but it still does look pretty good. Yeah, you're done. You're done, and you did come back up across in order to finish that one, and then you in here, you've got a little bit still to go. So what we're going to do in here is we're going to go and complete the 2 weeding jobs that are actually done. I'll collect that as €359 for that one, and you in here is 312 for that one. I reckon we probably spent €200 on labour for each job, so we ended up with about €100 per weeding job profit, which really isn't worth it, is it? Except that we get the extra for the crops. We have a fertilizer job on field 23. I will accept that contract. Field 23 is that one up over there. We need to put lime on our field over here. I didn't even think about that. We will have to buy some lime. I'm pretty sure that the fertilizer spinner that we own will take lime. This one right here. We'll go and have a look a minute. I hope it does. Buying the lime is not going to be a problem. Actually purchasing the lime itself won't be a problem. So it's not that one that we've got. It's not the Exacta TLX Geo spread that we've got. We own... No... Oh, yeah, we do. We own that one. And that one does take lime. We can put lime in here. 3,200 litres, we can put lime in there, which means that we can go and lime our field after we've done some of the other work. I'm not going to do that just at the moment. I am going to take this one up before I start the bean harvest. And I'm going to set this one going on the fertilizer job that we got up there on field 23. It won't take long to get us up there, will it? We'll go to our property and then we'll go up across the field. We've still got room to get up past the ploughed land up there. Only just. We're running out of space to get past it now. He's doing such a good job. He's enthusiastically whizzing up and down the fields at a sedate pace. Yeah, I'm coming through here. Me first. Thank you very much. How far down is that going? I actually want to go and just take a quick look over here and see. So it's coming down over the edge here a lot further than I thought it was. So we don't actually mow that far down over normally. Why are you busy bleating your horn at me? There's no need for that. Yeah, that's a long way down over the side of the field, isn't it? Come up there. That is a long way down over. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to worry about that one. I'm not going to worry about that one. You. Okay. We're about half charge on the battery on this one, so we're going to want to charge it back up again fairly soon. There goes the plough. I can still get up through here. Might as well turn off our beacon. We can go flying up across this field here as much as we want, because it's all about to be ploughed up. So it's not going to make any difference. We're not spoiling any crop. We're not doing anything like that. We can just go on past. We can ignore the whole lot. So do I do root crops? Like that little dogleg bit over there. Do I turn that into a root crop area or not? This is the big decision. I mean, it's going to be a lot of money. There is a significant primary investment required in order to be able to do that. But then there is a significant return on that. You know, you do get a reasonable amount of money coming back. We've seen this already. We have made some decent money. I mean, we look in here. We got Felsborough Grain Mills 207 on potatoes at the moment and 160 on sugar beet. And you do get a serious quantity of the stuff. When you start doing root crops, you do actually get quite a significant quantity of the stuff. And that's another sort of important point to remember, isn't it? Like the amount that you get on there. Contract on field 19 has finished, which means that we're going to get the actual job itself finished very soon. Going to bring you over to there and start that one. How far out are you? We want to go over a tractor's width. I always get that wrong, don't I? And bring you back over there. Let's try that again. That seems about right. Still a little bit of overlap over the side, but that'll be fine. So you can go on up through there. There's another pass there. So a couple more, and he's going to be going for an even longer strip there. Although this, I think, here is about the longest strips that we get on the field altogether. And down through here. Tempted to go and cut down some of those trees there. And then there were other bits over that side that we were thinking of doing something with. This one is almost done now. So, combine. Let's go and get the combine down there. So, again, we'll do the combine first, because with the beans, it takes quite a while to fill the combine up anyway. So, he could probably get most of the way around the field before he's going to have a load. It's a bigger field than we did last time. Yeah, out like that. Just go around it a little bit. There we go. Bring you over there. And well, it's about there that I want to go. Now I want to go and get that header on. And then put it onto the trailer. And then go whizzing off to field 16. Get started on there. How much money are we going to make from that? We've got 12 grand in the kitty at the moment. We get a little bit more from that fertilizer job that we're doing right now. It's going to be another 4,000 euros, I think. Let's bring you up over there. I'm going to bring you back a little bit, actually. There. There we go. Right. And drop you down and do it like that. Fantastic. So, yeah, another 4,000. Helper E has completed their task. That is going to be the weeding job. There, so there's another 360, so we're looking about 100 euros again profit on that one, so we collect that. New contracts. There, we've got another fertilizer job, that's field 13, so we've already done that one, so we'll accept that contract. Once we've done 23, we can hop straight down to field 13. We just did that one with the weeding over here. We've got another one to do on there, and I need to get over 16 and start on that one. So it's going to keep our fertilizer spreader going, which is good because it keeps the money coming in. Alright, there's no problems with our fertilizer spreader running 24/7, as each of those jobs gives us a significant chunk of money. Now, I don't know exactly what the profit per acre is after buying the fertilizer, but I do know that it is a very profitable job. The two most profitable contract jobs are always fertilizer and harvesting. Harvesting being the most profitable job, especially if the fields are fertilized and weeded beforehand. Ploughing doesn't seem to come into it. Doesn't even seem to be contracts for ploughing, or if there is, they're very few and far between. And something that does disappoint me is, like, you used to get more contracts for slurry and manure and stuff like that. You don't seem to get them anymore. I know that one of the contracts of fertilizer we just had was for manure, but we have to provide it. It's like you used to be able to get them in FS19, where they provided the manure for you. And unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.